Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I've just dropped Ren off at nursery and I've got like about half an hour till I start work. So I'm gonna go make myself some breakfast. I'm really trying to get into a good routine of like having breakfast every day because I'm so bad for it. Like, I will skip breakfast and lunch and just eat dinner at night, and then I will find myself like scoffing popcorn like I did last night, or like overindulging, or just feeling like really tired and rubbish. So I'm like, Christmas is out the way, like we're well into 2021, and I'm really trying to make a conscious effort to make my diet a lot more realistic and a lot more long lasting, I guess, because I think we're all guilty of like hopping into like fad diets and stuff. Like in the long term, it doesn't work out because you just go back to eating like what you would normally. So I'm really trying to make a conscious effort of trying to live a healthier lifestyle. So like exercising and keeping fit. I mean, I'm trying to do like 10,000 steps a day because in the past when I have been working, like I would just wake up, come straight down, I'll be in my pajamas, start work, and then I'll look at the clock and no joke, it is like 4 p.m. I've probably fed Ren in between. Well, I have fed Ren in between, like I'm not a bad parent. And I've not got dressed, I've not put any makeup on, and I've literally just sat there, done my work, I've not fed myself or anything, and it's really not a healthy way to live. So I've made a couple of like lifestyle changes, and one of them, I'm trying to implement a good diet. So that means having breakfast and lunch. And I think one reason I always skipped having breakfast was because I found when I had breakfast, I got hungry throughout the day, so then I ate more. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I just need a better relationship with my food and my diet because I'm really, really not looking after myself when it comes to my food. And I've definitely overindulged over the past few weeks. I've definitely like dragged Christmas on through into 2021, and I've just been like, yeah, I can eat half a chocolate cake. It's fine. I'm really trying to make the effort of being healthier. One thing I do use is this water bottle, and I will link it below, and I am absolutely in love with it. I take it everywhere with me and I never like leave its side. So it's a litre water bottle, and it has the measurements on the side here if you want to know in like milliliters or ounces, but it also has the times here. So it goes from like the first line is 8 a.m. and then it goes down to 1 p.m. and then the other side goes from 2 till 7 p.m. So by 8 p.m. you should have finished a whole like 2 of these. And that means that you're drinking 2 litres a day. And I bought one for Gav because it's just a really good reminder. Because if you're sat there, especially when you're sat there working like at a desk and you forget to like eat or drink or something, and you look over at that and you check the time and you can see that you've not drunk enough, it's a really, really good reminder. And it has little captions on as well, which are cute, that are like, hydrate yourself, don't give up. So for water, I always use my Brita filter. I just really hate tap water. I just really don't like the taste of it. So instead of buying like loads of bottles of water and having like the wastage of the plastic and stuff, I will use a Brita filter, and I've got the slimline one so that it fits in the door of my fridge, and I fill it like up throughout the day, and I make sure that I fill it up before I go to bed at night so that I don't miss out on my water in the morning. Excuse our funky Chinese calendar there. We got it for Chinese New Year from our local Chinese. I don't know why I still got it up, but we don't have any other calendar. And I always start the day with a cup of tea. I mean, I used to make like a full like teapot of tea, and if Gavin's home, I will do that. But I'm trying to drink less because I've noticed that I get a bad tummy after I have a cup of tea. So I'm not sure if I'm lactose intolerant or if it's something to do with protein, because I get the same thing with like undercooked meats, like steaks and stuff. So I'm trying to drink less tea, and I have substituted a couple of things for almond milk, but I just don't like it in my tea. And as well, I always use the Brita filtered water again in my tea, because sometimes if you've like not run the tap and stuff, it just tastes a bit weird. Okay, so for breakfast, I'm gonna have an omelette, and I've got these egg whites, which are left over from my maid. What did I make? Creme brulee, and it uses loads of egg yolks, so I just froze the egg whites. So there's about 8 egg whites in here, so I'm just going to split it into 2 and have one omelette today and one tomorrow. And I'm going to chop up some mushrooms and put them in there, and I was going to put spinach in, but when I went to the supermarket they didn't have any, so I've just got some baby leaf salad, and I've also found a little bit of chorizo, so I think I'm going to pop that in there as well as something a bit different. So I've just popped in about 4 mushrooms and some chorizo, if you can see it, in here, and I've put about 5 or 6 sprays of this fry light. The butter one is my absolute favourite. It's really nice for like frying mushrooms and like courgettes and stuff, and gives like a really nice buttery taste. And while that's cooking, one thing I forgot to say is I don't always have this for breakfast every day. So sometimes I will have overnight oats, which is a really good one if like I've got a busy day and I know I've got a lot on. I'll try and prep it the night before so that I don't have to worry about it. And another thing that I really like are smoothie bowls. I've just started eating them recently, and yeah, I love them. So with those I use almond milk, some frozen berries and a fresh banana, and then sprinkle on like some chia seeds and some like desiccated coconut. And then with the overnight oats, I did put a recipe on my blog for the pumpkin spiced ones that I make, but I also do like to mix it up and do like berry ones and stuff. So if you just take out the like pumpkin spice and the pumpkin puree, you can virtually add whatever you want in there in replace of it. So like you can have like fresh fruits, you could just have it as like a classic like basic oats. There's loads and loads of like variations and different things you can do with it. Okay, so these look nicely brown now, so I'm going to pop them in a bowl, and then I'm going to pop the egg white in here. Okay, so I've just popped the pan on the heat again, and I've not put any more oil in because I've got enough oil that's come off the chorizo and from the cooking spray before. So I've got my eggs, and I have lightly whisked them up and popped in some salt and pepper just to season. So I'll tip this in here, and then I'll wait for it to set slightly, and then I will pop the ingredients back in that I fried earlier. So this is what it ends up looking like. I put on a couple of leaves to give me a few more greens because it was looking a bit beige. So yeah, I'm going to eat this now, and then I'm going to check up on some emails and get started with my work. Okay, so I'm just on my way to pick up Ren from nursery, and then I'm going to come back and make my lunch. Recently, I have been like binging on like homemade like cookies, like from, well, not homemade because I've not made them, but like from the bakery and stuff. So I'm really trying hard not to, but I might give in a bit later and have one. I do have some like cookie mix, and I did promise Ren that we'd do some like stuff this afternoon. So whether we like make some cookies or like do some painting she really wanted to do. So, okay, so for lunch, I sometimes reach for a soup, so I will get these like fresh from the fridges in the supermarket. So that's like a carrot and coriander, and this one is a Moroccan vegetable tagine, and that one's a vegan one. which I thought sounds really nice. I tend to just get a mixture of different ones and keep them in the fridge, and they're there in case I need them. So I'll have like half of one of those for my lunch, or I will have like a salad or something instead. So today I'm gonna have a salad because I have some lettuce and stuff that really needs eating. So I'm just gonna pop some like different vegetables and stuff on there. And it depends kind of what is in the fridge. There are certain go-tos like avocado that I really love. But yeah, it just depends what's in there really.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice. We time, you
So for a dressing, I would usually just put on like some lemon juice or maybe like a little bit of oil, like extra virgin olive oil, and sometimes a bit of balsamic vinegar. But my mum has actually sent me this glaze. It's a balsamic glaze with white truffle. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know that I'm obsessed with truffle. So I'm going to use this today.
you miss my touching, you do. Show me something, give me more than one thing.
And as I'm trying to cut down on tea and milk and stuff, I'll tend to have a coffee, and I always have a black coffee. So I've got my Nespresso machine here. It's the Cities and Milk. I've had this for, oh my goodness, 9 years almost, coming up to. So yeah, it has been incredible. I've not had any issues, touch wood. Saying that now, it will break. And I know it's not necessarily the most sustainable having the pods, but they are recyclable. And you can also get the little like refillable pods. I've not actually tried those. I have tried using non-Nespresso brands of pods, and I found that it affected the quality of the coffee it produced. And I've got this like little drawer where I keep, they've all gone to the back, where I keep all my coffee pods in. And this one is a favourite of mine. This one's called Roma. I'm using my favourite cup, which is a Denby cup. It's from the range called Halo, and I have a lot of their stuff, but we don't use like all the plates and stuff every day because they're my favourite. And I do have like the mugs and everything. Okay, so I completely forgot to show you this earlier. So this is like a little package that my auntie sent over to me. And there's loads of goodies and temptations in here. Ren had like a couple of the buttons earlier, but these are my absolute favourite. They're the Rington Brazil Nut Biscuits, and they are like Brazil nut biscuits in this like really like crunchy biscuit, and then they're coated in milk chocolate. So I'm gonna have to resist temptation of eating one of these, but I think I might. But they're quite a lot of calories per biscuit. Yeah, it's like 137 calories per biscuit, and I can eat quite easily, finish off the whole thing. Okay, so now it's time for dinner, and for dinner, the past like 6 weeks, I think we've been doing it for now, we've been having HelloFresh, and it is so good. It's a lot cheaper than buying the food over here, because we get like 5 days worth of meals for 2 people, and I think it costs something like £33, if I'm right, but we always like go for like the premium ones and like the special ones. So we have had the street food one, which is the crispy Japanese stir-fried chicken with sesame wedges, stir-fried veg, and sesame mayo. So I'm just gonna get on to doing that now. So with HelloFresh, they have like a little number in the top corner, and then you get a little paper bag with the number on, so you know what ingredients are for what recipe. So then they all come like in these little packets and stuff, but you do have to watch because they're not always like measured out to the correct quantity. So like when we follow the 2 people one, sometimes it's like half a sachet, which I always forget to check, but they're really good and really simple to follow. So you have like step-by-step instructions on the back with pictures and stuff, so it's super easy to follow. So I have just prepped the wedges. These are just potatoes, at 450 grams of potatoes, chopped up, drizzled in some oil, salt and peppered, and then sprinkled over 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds. Now the thing with HelloFresh is a lot of the ideas are really simple, but I would never have thought to actually do them.
You're the opposite of me, like sun and rain, and drama on the TV. It's full of pain, but we're the good part, the happy ending, unexpected plot twist where you always save me. We're the good part, we never fake it, even if it hurts we always say it.
Okay, the chandelier is like shining weirdly on my face, but this looks so good. It's just been rent eating because Gav decided he's going to go on a run. So, do you like it?
Yeah.
Is it nice?
Nugget.
Is it a nugget?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we have finished dinner. Ren has been bathed and put to bed, and I've tidied up and cleaned up. So if I'm feeling like a bit peckish or something after my dinner at night, I will sometimes maybe have like a chocolate biscuit or something, or like if I'm trying to be a bit healthier, I might have a bit of fruit, maybe a Fiber One bar. I really like those, like the salted caramel one's my favorite. And like throughout the day I don't tend to snack. I'm not like a huge snacky person. Well, it depends. If I've had my 3 meals a day, if I've not had my 3 meals, I will kind of like graze, especially when Ren's around. Like if she's not like eating her lunch and stuff, I'll like pick at that, which is really not good. So I'm absolutely stuffed after dinner tonight, so I've not had anything. So it's 10 o'clock now and I'm just gonna get ready for bed, and I usually have like a tea for nighttime. Like sometimes I will have like a proper tea with milk, but as I'm trying to, as I said, cut out dairy, and I don't like to have caffeine too close to bedtime, so I usually have 1 of 3 teas, well 4. Sometimes I have a peppermint tea because it's really good for digestion. Sometimes I'll have this rose tea, which I'm having tonight, which is one of my absolute favourites. It is rose petals, hibiscus and lavender flower. I find it really like calming and soothing and relaxing. I do have this, which is Egyptian chamomile tea, and they're like whole, you can see they're like whole chamomile flowers in there, so that one's a really nice one. And then another good one for nighttime is the pucker nighttime tea, which is oat flower, lavender and lime flower. That one's a really nice one. Again, like if you're struggling to sleep and stuff, that's a good one to relax you. So my tea's done. I literally just pour the hot water in and leave it for a couple of minutes to brew. Infuse, I don't know what it's called. So yeah, that's it. I'm off to bed, so I'll take this to bed with me and just put it at the side of my bed while I read my book, and then I usually use like my Calm sleep app to get to sleep. So that's all for today, guys. That is everything that I eat in a day. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, if you could please hit the like and the subscribe button so you don't miss any future content, and I will see you soon. Bye.